audio and video on demand. Stay connected. 830WCCO.com.
We are here at Baker National in Medina. It's part of the Three Rivers Park District's golf courses. They have a couple. And this being hole number 1 with the barn behind us, kind of the signature hole. Lynn Anderson from Totally Driven is out here with us today. But we're not going to use this as our hardest hole because, Lynn, there is still even a harder hole out here at Baker. And what hole is that?
Number 3 here at Baker, which is a par 4. It is ranked number 1 handicap hole, so it is the number 1 toughest hole out here.
On we go to 3. All right, we are on hole number 3, and Lynn Anderson, Totally Driven Golf. Lynn, why is this the hardest hole at Baker?
Well, it's 425 yards for men. The second shot is all uphill, so it actually is going to play a lot longer than that. And it's got the most narrow entrance points. You can't err on the left. It's got a nice, fierce, big bunker facing you. On the right, you got these thin pine trees, and everything falls off very hard down to the right, and that's just a trap down there in itself. So
your advice to us then is what? Go home?
No, not yet. We will not allow that. But, you know, a good drive is important here, but just your placement of your second shot. A lot of times you may not even get to the green, so play it short and allow a full shot in to make it so you can get there.
All right, very good. We're going to give it a try. Our friend along with us today, Pat Dawson, is going to show us how it's done first. Then we'll see if we can't copy what he did. You ready, Pat?
A lot of wind blowing from my right to left, so I'm teeing it up fairly low to try to burrow through the wind. So I went sky high to the right. That'll play. Just short of the trap.
By the way, 3 is a beautiful course. If you're just enjoying the scenery, it is quite beautiful. Isn't it, Lynn? So while you might be stinking on the course, you can actually enjoy the view and forget that you're a bad golfer. Not that you are. I mean, just...
Right. It's actually cut out of the Arboretum. So as you can see, there's not a house out here at all, and you rarely see a golfer, too, just because you're tucked away into the woods and cut through. It's absolutely beautiful. There's not one bad hole out here.
Gonna give it a shot?
Yes, I am.
All right. Spectacular.
That'll work.
That's what I meant.
So we're just going to recap here, Linny, before I give this a try.
Yeah.
What do I got, like about a half a foot to get through that tree up to the green?
Yeah, you see that? Like that much.
About that much.
Yeah, right, exactly.
Piece of cake.
Right, not a problem.
All right.
So like I say, for you, your key is kind of the second shot. We're going to help you get in a really good position. Don't worry about the par 4. For you, you don't need to worry about that, right?
Can I get a par 9 on this one?
Well, we won't worry about that either.
Let's don't
but
count.
Let's just play. But worry about placement.
All right,
okay?
placement.
Yep.
All right, Johnny, you ready?
Absolutely. We're all over this.
Nice. It will. It'll kick right off that hill. Very nice. Jonesy.
No expletives on this hole.
No swearing because I did good.
So far.
All right.
So.
We're with Lynn Anderson from Totally Driven Golf. Her second shot at the par 4 third hole at Baker National Golf Course out in Medina. Recap for us now what you're going to try to do on your second shot of this long par 4.
Well, I can't personally get there, so I'm going to use a 7-wood and try to play it up. We just gaze up, kind of put it in front of the bunker, and then I'm going to have a full sand wedge in to the hole. I want to play to a yardage I feel comfortable with, so that's my plan.
All right, we'll stand back and watch.
All right. I think I've done it, John.
I think you put it exactly where you said you were going to put it. Now we'll follow Susie Jones in on her second shot.
Let's not, John. Let's just not and say we did. Just turn it off.
All right.
I can only get lucky so many times.
The camera is off.
Yeah, right. Ready? Oh, you mother!
try it again.
In the interest of time and pace of play, we have decided just to move up and continue to follow Lynn Anderson's ball into the green and just kind of abandon for the time being the notion of following Susie Jones on this particular hole. So you're what? You're exactly where you had said you would like to be to play that strong wedge in now, right?
Yeah, I got my sand wedge in, so I've got a nice full sand wedge to the pin. So
All right.
let's look.
We'll stand back and watch. Heads up, Jonesy. And the nice easy putt for par.
I'm putting.
Even though we said that we were going to just kind of abandon the notion of par, just play the hole the logical way. Nicely done.
Right, thank you. So I'm putting for par, and hopefully I two putt at worst, and I'm walking out with a bogey. I'm happy with that.
Lynn Anderson from Totally Driven Golf, completing this week's lesson at Baker National Golf Course in Medina, Minnesota, part of the Three Rivers Park District.
The WCCO homepage, 830wcco.com.